Hello everybody, it's Mcclendon coming at you guys with another video. This is going to be Money Mondays. I know it's been about a while, but this one's going to be really good. I'm going to be going over some really good rates about what's been happening with our economy, precious metals, and my website. So let's check that out, guys, okay? Give me 1 second, I'll scroll through. Let me post this out. So the website we'll be using is called Microtrends. It's one of my favorite websites. So the website will be Microtrends. So let's try it out, guys. Okay. So the first thing we're gonna be looking at is if you go to the precious metal section. This is on the top right here. Just click that precious metals, and after that we're gonna be going through some other rates. Let me get this loading. Give me a second. All right, cool. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is a 100-year price of gold versus the stock market. Now, this is versus the Dow Industrial Average against gold return for the past 100 years. Okay? So we have gold, and when it comes to the industrial average, and you can see right now that it's both top heavy, very top heavy for the Dow. Now this is a good indication that to me it's going to be crashing down and gold's going to be reversing and taking in some of that money that's going to be falling down. But let's look at some other charts right here. This is the Dow to silver ratio. Actually, well, Dow to silver ratio right now. For one share of the Dow hit the sell off, it would have to be about almost 1600 ounces of silver. That is absolutely insane. So if we look back in the 2000, if you look at right here, almost on the last crash, it was almost fair value. We got 700 ounces of silver for the Dow. Now that's a good time to buy, in my opinion, when it's really low like this, like these numbers. Because when they're really close, you buy some silver. When they're really high, you sell some silver. I'm sorry, when they're really high, you can buy some silver. Really low, you can sell it off, and vice versa. And they say you're just exchanging one something that's overvalued to something that's undervalued, and back and forth. So look at silver prices over the last 100 years. Now this is adjusted with inflation. Here's without inflation. And I think we'll be taking our next bull run. We might be going down a little bit lower, down to the $9. That'll be amazing if it goes cheaper. And if it does, I'll be more time for me to scoop it in. But if you look at these horizontal gray lines, these are recessions, and I believe one is due very, very soon. First, we will be in a deflation, then either inflation to a hyperinflation. As long as I think gold and silver will probably win out. Will win out when it comes to stagflation, but I think it's just a better one is going to be for hyperinflation, especially what the Fed's going to be doing. All right, next one's going to be the Dow to gold ratio, and look at this. Look at that right there. How many ounces it takes? It takes about, zoom in, let's go to the 5-year. So 12.36 ounces of gold to get one share of the Dow. That's pretty crazy. Because look at here, it's like it used to be almost 1 to 1. Now over here it takes almost 30 ounces over here. So good time to start scooping up some gold comparing to stocks. Our next one's a gold-silver ratio. This is showing this relationship between gold and silver. And for me, I think gold and silver will go up in value or in dollars. I'm going to put it that way. But I think the purchasing power will go up overall for both of them. But when it comes to gold and silver, I think that gold is going to go up, but silver is going to outperform it in percentages. So, for example, if gold does a 4x or 5x in price, right, in dollars, silver might do like 30x. So having both is good, but I think having more silver right now would be better. So we'll look at the Fed's balance sheet like recently. Look at this. Look at this massive. Look at their balance sheet, almost 555% overall. And I think gold's gonna start catching up and catching up in price, causing it to be even a better time to get in. So now we got interest rates. Let's look at the funds Fed rates. Check. And what else? Let's just look at the Fed's fund rate for this. All right. Let's look at the last. Look this up right here. So, and let's look at the last 5 years to see what the Fed's doing. Because I believe they're just doing too much right now. We're almost at 0. Very, very small. Look at this in law recently. This is from 2020. Look at that. So with the Fed doing this, this is going to be just too much for us to even. I mean, I don't know how we're going to pay this off. Most likely we won't. But just to show people like this is crazy. We can't be in this position. We can't have the Fed doing this to the government, to the people around the world, because this doesn't just affect Americans. This affects everybody. If they're just buying these fake assets, I mean, I think it's this is super illegal in my opinion, but not much I can do about it. I can't just tell these guys like, hey, we need to stop this. I wish we could, but you know, I think with the coronavirus, it's going to make it even worse because we're going to be spreading this like crazy even more. This panicking situation, I would say it's the spreading of fear. All right, let's move on. So let's look at the gold price. Look at silver prices. Now look at silver in the last month or two. Look at that. For me, it's a good buying opportunity. I don't know about you guys. You might want to short the markets. It's up to you. But for me, I'd rather just. It's a really darn good time to buy, and buying a lot. And let's see if it goes down to this level here. Just buy more. I hope it goes down to the $9 level. It'll be absolutely amazing. All right, let's check gold. Now, gold didn't have that same move down. Gold's been up on for the last few months. It's been going up ever since 2018 September. It's been going up and up and up. So, you know, you guys don't want to miss this move. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that with all this massive printing, this would be a good time to get into some precious metals. But, you know, we can go into those numbers later, or you can check it out on my website. So here's my website, AndrewJMcClendon.com. Go to the gold and silver tab, and you can go through some rates. You can be able to find gold and silver rates, Fed's balance sheet, U.S. debt bubble, individual countries. So if you're looking for which country has some debt, you can definitely check that out on there. Let me see. And be able to find Fed's balance sheet. We'll have some streaming data on here soon. Just wait for that. But when it comes to like individual country by debt, we'll check out these two. The U.S. national debt clock. This is just links to what's happening, so you guys can see what our national debt's doing and how bad is it. All right, let's go over here. 100-year price of gold. So it's pretty crazy what's happening to precious metals. If you're looking at buying precious metals, click on the links over here. Get started with your account. And if you have any questions about learning how to trade, just contact me and we'll get to it. And guys, thank you guys for making it through my live stream. I'll try to post again tomorrow, and I'll see you guys on the next video. See ya.